bully, a big enemy, then I don't have nobody to bring down. So the CIA, I gotta put my money behind you and set you up. You understand what I'm making? Give you guns and give you money to buy guns. You see the point I'm making? Entrapment, so that I can make you big enough to get enough credit for bringing you down. Because most of these institutions are scared of the European anyway, which is why, even with the case with Chief Malik or Jeff Fort, it was the FBI agents that tried to sell him the rocket launcher. Well, what was black people ever going to get a rocket launcher for? So they had to go and create the whole scenario, not just to make this organization look big and bad, but to make themselves look good for bringing down the big bad organization that they created.
In a sense, wasn't that even like almost entrapment?
It was entrapment.
I never understood that.
They set them up. And they're not just doing entrapment to bring down black organizations. They are an independent institution that must make themselves look good to the overall American people. So they got to bring down some bullies. Otherwise, the CIA is going to go out of business. What we need you for? There are no criminals. There's nobody creating no terrorist acts. So they got to go and make terrorists too. That's a part of the Central Intelligence Aid. They got to be intelligent enough to create terrorists to stay in business. That's why you say, well, Saddam was with the CIA, working with them. Or Bin Laden was working with the CIA. Because they had to be smart enough to create terrorists to stay in business. That's a part of their job, to make terrorists. If they don't produce them, they have no work. They're out of work. Then they have to destroy, the president had to say, hey, we don't need this department anymore. The only reason the FBI started, which was a private investigation firm, because they proved that we needed this type of national security because of the threat that the communists had connecting with black organizations. This is why they created these other branches. So somebody had to market this idea, this fear, to the overall government. So they're using marketing strategies. So when we see the white man as the devil, we got to isolate the devilishment of each white man. It's not enough work to say all white people are the devil. You got to see which devilishment each devil is participating in.
Wow.
You got to go that far. You got to say, well, because you got Satan, Lucifer, you got Beelzebub, you got the serpent, the beast, the dragon, you got Baal, you got what they call the jinn, you got evil spirits. So it's different forms of devilishment. And that means that they're all devils. But just because some of them practice more atrocious forms of devilishment, it makes the other ones look better. But they're all practicing different forms of devilishment. The white boy that comes into our community and says that he's here to help and save the black people, he's practicing devilishment. Because he's already casted an image that we're under him, or we're lesser than him, and that we need his help. So he's creating an inferiority image of black people by making himself the savior in our community. That's a form of devilishment. I'm going to come help these Negroes. Got a white teacher at Dunbar High School or in one of these black high schools talking about he's going to come help the black people. The fact that he don't think we can help ourselves and that he's in a superior position to help us is devilishment. And he needs more help than we do, because he creates more atrocities on the planet than we do. So who needs more help? Only help we need is from him. He needs true salvation. You understand what I'm making? He the one that really needs the salvation. He the one that really needs the help. If it wasn't for him, we would be bothered nobody. We are not killing no races or enslaving no races. Nowhere. So if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even need the help that he's talking about giving us. So he should help himself by leaving us alone. That's the real work that he needs to do. Help himself by leaving us alone. Because he cannot help us. But by keep saying, I'm going to help you, it is a superiority complex. That I'm your savior. I can help you. I can save you. But he can't save us. We don't need salvation from him. But as long as we believe that the white man is our savior, and he come in with that, he's not helping them situation. And black people look to him and gather around him. It's the white man is here to save us. How is he helping us? He's not. So that's a form of devilishment. Coming in our community talking about, I can help you. Help yourself. Help Jeffrey Dahmer. Help Charles Manson. You understand the point I'm making? Help the Unabomber. Help your own people. Help the popes that's raping boys. Go help them. Make your help internal. How are you going to help us? You understand the point I'm making? Help yourself. Help these acid rock heads with purple and green hair, with chains on their pants. Men with black fingernails and lipstick. Go help them. You understand what I'm making? You cannot help us. All his people need all that help. Trailer camps full of white people that's mad and need help. Why don't you go help them? I want to help black people. Because your superiority complex is not supported when you go help white people. It's only activated when you help black people. Otherwise, you would say, I'm just going to help people. There ain't no white or black. I'm just helping people. But they say, I want to help the black people. You are underprivileged, underdeveloped, minorities. These are all words that is casting his superiority. How are we minority and is more of us on the planet Earth than him? We're a minority if you take all the votes away. We're the minority, we can't own a plane. We're only a minority on this damn island. You understand what I'm making? So by making us a minority, you're cutting us off from the reality of our international relationships. So him coming in talking about I'm helping you as a minority, helping you, you already severed us from our bloodline. You didn't cut us off from an international relationship. Otherwise you couldn't see us as a minority. Because if you see us as an African, we're the majority. Dealing with the Dravidians in India. Dealing with the darker races, the Japanese. Dealing with the darker races of people. We're the majority. We outnumber him. But that's a strategical war. Make them think they're a minority. Isolate them. And cut them off from their support. And then we can go in and conquer them. It's a divide and conquer strategy. So by him helping us because we're minorities and we're underprivileged and all that, he's supporting his superiority complex. So that's a form of devilishment. The European that's coming in, that's a straight up racist, that don't care if you know it or not, that's a different type of devilishment. The one that's teaching white supremacy in the school system, that's a different type of devilishment. The one who does not have the courage to stop his white brothers from performing atrocities on our people, that's another type of devilishment. Do you see the point I'm making? So when we say the white man is the devil, we're not talking about they all walking around with red tights on, with pitchforks. We're talking about degrees of opposition and resistance to the higher development of a race. Do you understand what I'm making? We're not just talking about devilishment from a religious context. The white man is the devil in the Bible. There's no devil in the Bible. There's no devil in that book. Is no real devil in the bottom of the earth. Light and sulfuric, sulfur. That when you die, you go into the bottom of the earth. That do not exist. There's no red man with pantyhose ready to stab you. Half dragon and half lizard. And half white man. That does not exist. So when we say the European is the devilishment, we're talking about he's the devil like a tarantula is. If he bites you, that tarantula is a damn devil. When you feel the pain of a tarantula bite, poison ivy is the devil, right? When you're scratching for hours and days. Nightshade, a poisonous plant, is the devil. It's the devil. These diseases are devilishment. AIDS, the whole illusion of AIDS is devilishment. So when we say the European is the devil, This is not within the religious context. People need to understand what is meant.